AAU. I came off the bench sometimes, high school, even so. So, I mean, just being able to be, adaptable to whatever I need to do and be able to adjust, not only to the coaching staff but to my teammates, whatever they need from me that game, I'll go out there and go do. And I think, that's just the beauty of, basketball. You don't have to hang your hat on one specific thing when you're playing. You can, differentiate in different avenues and help the team win.
Did you find that you were kind of seeing the game differently as you kind of watched the start of it and then came in off the bench?
For sure, you can get the flow. You can see how the game's being called, what they're letting go, what they're not letting go. And I think it just makes it easier to kind of navigate and, see what you can get away with and what you can't.
Yeah. Who do you turn to after a loss like this for support to try to get over this mental hurdle?
Oh, family, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, my teammates, everybody, that's in my support circle.
I'm curious if there's a sense in the team that you guys, in one way or another, let down Mike Woodson in his final season as head coach.
I wouldn't say we let down Mike Woodson because he didn't let down us in no type of way. We didn't let him down. I mean, we were all trying to, be better than we was the previous day. And, obviously we didn't get the outcome we wanted today, but I feel like prepping and coming into the game, we was ready and confident. And, like I said, they hit some timely shots that, that hurt sometimes, but it happens.
Umar talked a lot about kind of the stress he's dealt with this season in the DMs, just people hating and death threats and all this. Have you dealt with that this season, and how have you tried to get past that kind of outside noise?
Well, I'm not even on Instagram and social media, so I don't really pay attention to it too much, even if they are sending it my way. I know who I am as a man, who I am as a basketball player. I'm a child of God, so I don't have to, be perfect in anybody else's eyes but his, and that's how I live my life.
I think Max said Oregon had just more energy. Would you agree with that?
And when they made their runs, of course, yes. But I just think, they just hit timely shots. We made it hard for them in the half-court sets. They got out in transition a couple times. That kind of hurt us. But I think overall, like we definitely made it hard for them. They were definitely stretching a little bit in the half-court. But they, like I said, we got the ball in their key players' hands, and they just hit some timely shots.
How hard is it when you have a half that's entirely like punch, counter punch, to just keep pulling yourself up off the mat?
I think that's why you play basketball, man. You don't want anything to be super easy, But you try to go out there and impose your will on them. But they're a good basketball team, There's a reason that they're probably going to be in the tournament as well. They playing great basketball. We were playing great basketball, so it was going to be a heavy battle no matter what. And those are the games you kind of live for.
You've been through a full Pac-12 and now full Big Ten season. Like, compare and contrast the two, if there's anything that stands out.
I mean, two completely different roles for me. Two completely different seasons. I mean, everything I did in the Pac-12 versus here. I mean, I don't try to say one season was better than the other in no regards. I learned from both of them and just try to take what I can, to help improve my game for the next season. But it felt kind of good to have some of those Pac-12 teams in the Big Ten as well.
Thank you, Myles.
Yes, sir.
I would just ask, you were talking about some of those timely shots they had. It felt like you guys were making them use the entire shot clock on so many possessions. How difficult is it to know that you guys are playing that great defense and they keep putting those shots in?
I mean, that's how it happens. That's the duality of basketball, man. Sometimes when you're playing, you're hitting those shots and you're feeling great, but then when you're on the receiving end of it, it's not that good. But I mean, you shake their hand, man. We made them use a lot of the shot clock, got the ball out of their key players' hands. They just hit some timely shots.
And this is a team you guys played less than 2 weeks ago. Looking back on the preparation, everything going into the game, anything you would have done maybe differently, more or less?
We just followed the game plan to as much as we could. We tried to slow down Biddle and Shellstead, and we tried to limit Bamba as much as possible. He got downhill a lot in transition to get him going early. And then Angel hit a couple of big shots. Definitely hit a big shot down the stretch. Tracy, what I'm saying? We made the ball get out of their key players' hands, but their other guys stepped up and hit shots, and that's what the basketball team is about. You can lean on other people to hit those shots, and they hit those shots.
Would you say, as Luke mentioned after Illinois, maybe that he felt early in the year when you guys got punched, you kind of just quit? The last probably 2 months or so, it hasn't really seemed like that at all. What has maybe allowed this team to regroup, to stick together, and just really weather the storm?
I just say getting comfortable in those close games. We wasn't winning them in the beginning, but now we started pulling away and winning some of those. And I think obviously when it helps you bring people together, of course, and nobody likes losing. But I think we just had the utmost belief in one another, and then the coaching staff as well. They believe in us as well, and even when things aren't going right, we know we can lean on one another, and I think that's the big part about us.